Hey, Tabasco here again. Hey, I got a little tidbit for you. You remember that flu that went around? They called it, I think, COVID-19. That's the one that like destroyed people's lives, ruined family businesses, had been in business for 100 years. It's unrecoverable, and it killed my grandma. Yeah, that one. Well, I wanted to check to make sure that those head gangsters in charge were, justice was being served. So I looked into it a little bit today, and I don't know if you remember Dr. David Morans. He was a senior advisor to Anthony Fauci, and he was basically caught deleting federal COVID-19 files and also using his personal email to thwart the Freedom of Information Act. I think he might have taken some, hint from Miss Clinton there, but yeah, basically he was placed on administrative leave back in 2024. Was paid administrative leave, and he's still on that. So basically, he's been on paid vacation since then. But Congress did call for a criminal probe, but the DOJ was so busy not investigating Epstein files, they had no time for that, so no charges were ever filed. What about Governor Andrew Cuomo? Remember, he basically lied about the conditions in the nursing homes where our elderly were just dying the most horrific deaths and hiding that and lying about it. Again, there was a criminal referral from the House Oversight Committee, but the DOJ was again so busy not investigating Epstein files or anything that they had no time for it. But he was at least sued, and his administration was criminal or civilly sued for damages, by the family members and stuff. But a federal judge thoroughly investigated themselves and found themselves not guilty. They do that quite often. What about Dr. Peter Danzig? He was the president of Eco Health Alliance, and they were the ones who were going to look into the how it started and everything. Well, they basically got caught lying and misleading the federal government about the research at the Wuhan lab. The good news is the Health and Human Services formally debarred Dasnik and the organization Eco Health Alliance, but only for 5 years. And debarred might be a bit of a harsh term because they can actually still do research and business by private donors, foundations, corporations, and foreign governments. They just can't do direct contract work with the federal government, U.S. federal government, for 5 years, but that's probably like half over by now. What about the little gangster himself, the little OG man, Dr. Fauci? He just made shit up on his way to work. He'd be like, "Oh well, quantum physics says you need to wear your mask upside down on Tuesdays, and you need to gargle with gasoline and motor oil, and stick your left thumb in your ear, and everyone has to do that, or we're gonna lock and arrest you." I mean, basically, he just made shit up, lied to Congress, and they just bought it hook, line, and sinker, and just mandated it on everybody. Well, again, I mean, DOJ was too busy. There was a call for a criminal probe into his actions because they were busy. They were busy not investigating Clintons or anybody on that plane or Epstein Island. So they were so busy not doing anything. They had no time to do anything. So he's living his best life in the neighborhood of mansions, where mansions are in that neighborhood, where people who do this kind of stuff live in those neighborhoods and those mansions. They're living his best life. So it might also be of interest to you that Johnson and Johnson and Pfizer are both publicly held companies, and the majority stockholder in not one but both of those companies in this order would be Vanguard, BlackRock, and State Street. No surprise there. If you're waiting for criminals to hold other criminals accountable for anything, you're going to be waiting. If you're holding your breath, you're going to be holding your breath well past your life and into the next life, because they will never hold themselves accountable for anything. But my grandma's still dead, and I miss her. But what do I know? I'm just Tabasco the Biker. Keep it real.
I'm offended.